At this point, we are going to be making use of ChatGPT because, again, these prompts are something that ChatGPT will help us write for our AI agent. So now I want you to go over to this input tab, click on JSON, and select this copy button that you see over here. Copy that, go over to ChatGPT and paste it. How many of y'all were able to do this? Okay, one is good. Everyone else is on the same page. Amazing. Now that you've copy and pasted your JSON input to your AI agent and pasted it into ChatGPT, now you need to go down and tell ChatGPT, this is my input from, this is my AI agent node input from the previous node on n8n. Make sure you specify that you're building it on n8n so that it has all the context that it needs when it comes to building AI automations on n8n. So this is my AI agent node input from the previous node on n8n. Use the dynamic variables from it and give me a prompt for my AI agent that will act as an email reply agent for my business. Now, my business, like we discussed, in this case, we are going to be taking a simple bakery example, right? So, and you can choose to put your business over. Is there anyone that wants to volunteer and sort of share what their business is about? We can actually take one of your companies or one of your like, if you're currently working at a company, if you want to take an example, real life example, we can do that too. So my business is, does anyone want to like share what their business is? We can actually build this email reply agent regarding. Okay, so Ruchik is asking, how did I get this JSON? So just go back to your n8n. Your AI agent node will have an input tab, and it'll have three columns, three tabs, three sub tabs within the input tab. So click on JSON and hit this copy button. Copy that, go over to ChatGPT, create a new chat, and paste it. Because this consists of all the different dynamic variables that your AI agent needs to refer to create like a personalized email reply. So that is why we've pasted all of that over here because that's we'll get the most optimal prompt that way. Are you on the same page now? This chat is like coming very down. Okay, great. All right, so this is my AI agent node input from the previous node on n8, and use the dynamic variables because these are all there's a lot of dynamic variables over here, and we only need a few of them. Like we need this ID, we need, as you can see, the ID and the thread ID are the same pretty much, but we need the ID, we need the snippet because that's the email body, and we need the from and to. But it's basically mixed with all of these other things as well. So in order to take all the guesswork out, we are just telling ChatGPT that look, this is my whole input to my AI agent node. You use the most useful dynamic variables to and give me a prompt that will make my AI agent act like an email reply agent for my business. So my business is, so now does someone want to like share anything about their business or their company or anything, or should I just go ahead with the bakery example to keep things simple? All right, so I'll go ahead with the bakery example then. So I my business is boutique bakery selling pies, tarts, cakes, chocolates, biscuits, cookies, pudding, savory snacks, BOTIQUE, snacks in central Mumbai. And like I said, this is just an example that I'm taking. You can literally put your company's description over here to make it specific to your business if you want to. But I'm just going to take the example of a boutique bakery that serves all of these things in central Mumbai. All right. So now what we are doing is we are giving ChatGPT this JSON file. We're giving it the dynamic variables that it needs to refer, and then we are asking it to give us a prompt. And to make it even more specific, copy paste this prompt user message because that is the exact input field in your AI automation in your AI agent node. Prompt user message for my AI agent that will make it act as an email reply agent for my business. And this is my business. So far, so good. Is this? this approach that I'm showing you, how to use chat gpt to get the prompt that you want, is that clear? Is that understood? Like, because again, you need, apart from the technical side of things, you need to have a business outlook as well. Your business sense will tell you how to keep things moving forward, and your technical ability will help you get there. So as long as the business context is missing, you really won't be able to take the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and hit send. And what ChatGPT will then do is like, yeah, it's a pure prompt engineering task, so on and so forth. And so, yeah, so now it has gone ahead and given us the AI agent user message prompt in Markdown format. This is actually another pro tip. You can actually put in your prompt, give me the prompt in Markdown format, because Markdown format is fully well formatted and structured for AI agents to just take up and use without giving a lot of errors. So I didn't do that right now, but it still gave me in Markdown, which is great. But in case it doesn't give you in the Markdown format, just tell ChatGPT, give me the prompt in the Markdown format. So now that we have the entire thing, I'm gonna go ahead and copy that, go back into my prompt user message and hit paste. Are you all with me over here? So far, so good. Were you all able to do the same thing at your end as well? Okay, amazing, amazing. So now, if you see, this has like, the entire prompt is ready to go. So now we've given it the prompt and we've defined the prompt as well, obviously. Now what we need is we need a chat model, because like I said, this is the brain of the LLM. Without this, this is the brain of the AI agent. Without the brain, the AI agent doesn't know what to do and how to do. So this chat model that you see, click on that and select OpenAI, because we have OpenAI API keys and you all have already set that up in your credentials. So your OpenAI chat model will appear. Click on that and your credentials will appear over here, the ones that you set up. And in the model, select 4.1, GPT 4.1 Mini. You can select GPT 5 and all, like all the latest models are also available, obviously. But it's just that, GPT 5 takes up a lot of tokens and credits usage. Like it uses a lot of tokens for even the simplest of things. So 4.1 Mini is like uses the least amount of tokens for the highest quality of output. Of GPT-5 will obviously have a higher quality output, but it'll use a lot of tokens at the same time. And because, this is something that you may not be concerned with right now, because this is not, you've not paid for this OpenAI API key directly. But as a business, if you're running a business or if you're working at a company that has all these in place, and then if you use like a model which uses lesser tokens, and you actually communicate that to your manager that, look, I'm you building these AI automations, but I'm also helping you save money on every single token usage, like he's going to be impressed. He's going to be like, okay, you know what you're doing. You're not just selecting anything for the sake of it, but you know why you're selecting something. So I'm going to go ahead and select 4.1 Mini over here. Are you with me so far? And enable this use API responses as well. And then come back and hit save. Is everyone with me so far? Is anyone stuck? Because we've just completed the second step of this process. Amazing. Before moving forward, I do want to make sure of something. So open your AI agent, and in the prompt user message, select this anchor icon that you see. Select that so it maximizes the whole thing, and go through the entire prompt. Just glance through the entire prompt, right? Like you are an email reply agent for a boutique bakery in central Mumbai. Your task is to do all of these things, and and the business details are these, and these are the email guidelines, and that's it. Warm regards is what it ends with. But apart from that, do you notice how these dynamic variables are green? They're basically variables from the previous node. These are the inputs to your AI agent, like we discussed, right? So if you see over here, the JSON from is nothing but this from. I can actually drag and drop this over here, and that's how that. But we don't need to do that, because we asked chat gpt by giving it this JSON file, and it dynamically referenced those variables and gave us a prompt which we just copy pasted, and automatically these came. But in case you were wondering where these came from, they are from the previous node that you can very easily drag and drop. So sender, subject, and email snippet slash email intent are nothing but your from, your subject, and your snippet fields that have come in from the previous node. Are you clear so far how we got these? and the prompt being in place. And also you have to make sure that these are green, because only if they are green, they are defined. If, for example, this was red, it means that the previous node had some error, or this particular dynamic variable is not defined, or something of that sort. But because these are green, you can see the output of them over here. So senders Rushabh Mehta, subject is query, and email snippet is basically tell me about your products, etc., etc. The email body. So as long as both of these are green, you are good to go. If it's a red, then it might be an issue. Great, great, amazing. So now that they're all green, can you see the output over here as well on the result? So this is the expression, this is the result, and your result is where you'll see the output. Amazing. Great. So now we are officially done with the second part of this AI automation, and we are literally 70% through. Now we just need one last, not even 70, we're actually 90% through. Now we just need, now I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit run to test whether or not this AI agent is running. So you should also go ahead and hit run and see what comes. So you got an output. So I'm going to click on that. And as you can see, right, the output is basically subject. So it's basically mentioned in the subject in the output itself. So that's not something we want. We want the email to start from Dear Rushabh. The subject will already be mentioned in the subject line. We don't need the subject to be mentioned again. So again, this is a customization and a like aesthetic kind of a thing. So we can skip it, but let me show you how to go ahead and actually, make it perfect. Make it like the perfect output. So again, your JSON that you are getting, copy that, copy that, go over to your same ChatGPT window, paste it. This is my AI agent output. I don't want appear in my email response. Please give me the final updated prompt that will start the email from Dear Rush. Actually, just Dear, and hit send. So this way, ChatGPT will again create like a final prompt where it'll tell the AI agent to not like add anything else, but just the email body and the name of the person, and end it with warm regards. So again, copy that, bring that over, paste it, and if you do execute step, now if you see, now the output is basically starting from Dear Rushabh, thank you, this, that, warm regards. So this is good. This is what we needed. Are you clear? Did you understand what I just did to clean the output up? We were getting the output. The AI agent was running. It's just the quality of it. We made it a little bit better by taking out that subject line from the email body, because we don't need it to be there. And AI agents can act a little bit here and there sometimes. So yeah, cleaning things up will get you noticed. Like if there are five other people who build AI automations, and then there's you, and you know how to like take care of these small things that play a big role in the long term, then you will stand out wherever you are. So that was just something to keep in mind. Great. So now that we have that, I'm going to hit save. Now we have the output of the AI agent ready to be sent back to the email. So now that you have your AI agent giving you the response to your email, now you need to take that email and send it back to the same person who wrote to you in the first place. So for that, again, I'm going to select this plus icon, and I'm going to go over to Gmail, because we're using Gmail over here. And I'm going to go ahead now. This time, as you can see, right now it's only showing me actions. It's not showing me trigger. When we started, it was showing me trigger and actions, but right now it's showing me actions and triggers at the bottom, because now we need to look at actions. So click on actions, go all the way down, and select reply to a message, because that's what we need this particular node to do. Is that we already have an email, now we need to reply to it. And over here, reply to email. Name this node as reply to email so that it's simple to understand. Again, make sure your credentials are in place. Your resource is the message, your operation is reply. Now, your message ID, right? This is what you need to drag and drop over here. So if I go to table or schema, yeah, if I go the on the input side, if I select schema, I'll have the I'll have two points basically. The first is the email reply agent, which if I click on, it'll give me the output, which is nothing but the email response that the AI agent has generated. And underneath that, it'll have the node before that, which is the Gmail trigger node. So if you expand that, you will get the ID. So this ID is a primary key or a unique identifier for each email thread. This is how your node, your reply to email node knows that this is the email thread to which I need to respond to. Otherwise, it'll send it out as a separate email, as a new email every single time. You don't want that. You want your reply to go as part of the same thread or the same email that came from the user in the first place. So for that, just go ahead and drag and drop this ID from the Gmail trigger node in the message ID tab, message ID field, I mean. And let me know once you've done that. So far, so good. The message ID, it's green, and you were able to drag and drop that. Amazing. Great. So now that you've done that, your email type, right? You can select it to be HTML, but you can also keep it text. And I would recommend that you keep it text, because with HTML, you'll have to do additional formatting, which again, ChatGPT can very easily help you do. And if you have like a very sophisticated email with like posters, images, this and that, then HTML is very helpful. But for the sake of today's class, we're going to stick to a text-based reply to a text-based email that came to us, right? So just go ahead and select email type and select text. And then in the message field, go ahead and drag and drop this output that you see from the email reply agent. Select that and drag that, because this is what the message should be when the reply goes out, correct? And we already have that from the AI agent, and it'll be different for every email that comes. So now that we have this as green, and you can see the output underneath this, that it's a quick preview of what will be sent. Once that's done, go ahead and hit execute step, and it'll show you that it'll show you an ID, it'll show you thread ID, and it'll be like label ID sent. This means your email has been responded to. Now to double check, I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit refresh over here, because this is where I've sent it from. So now I want to see. So now look at that. The time is 7:36. It's 7:36 right now. So I'm going to open that and look at that. So I sent my first email from this. Please tell me about your products and services, this and that. And this was the reply that the AI agent, AI automation made for us. So dear Rushabh, thank you for reaching out to us. We're a boutique bakery in Central Mumbai. We provide all of these things. Typically, our ranges are so on and so forth. Can you let me know what else we can help you with, this and that? Warm regards. Were you all able to do the same thing at your end? Please let me know into the chat, because great, amazing. So now we just tested it for one particular email, but to be able to do this for every single email that comes, what you need to do is that you need to go back, obviously make sure you hit save, and then you go ahead and select enable this inactive toggle that you see it's currently disabled, enable it, and it'll show you workflow activated. So say got it, and just close all this. So now we have activated this workflow, which means we don't need to test each of these nodes one by one. What we were doing so far was we were pressing this execute step button, execute step for this to work. Now this full thing is working automatically, and we don't need to look at this anymore. Now what all we need to do is we need to go back. Now I have this email, right? So now let's say I'm like, okay, tell me the prices of half kg cakes, decorations, sprinkles, and bread items. That's it. I just want to know the prices, and I go ahead and hit send over here. So now I'm not doing anything to the AI automation. I've just sent myself an email. I've sent a question as an email, and I'm seeing what the AI automation is doing, because we've activated it. Save this one. Got it in the first place. Yeah. So now look at that. We just got a response in real time from our AI automation that we've put into place, right? So if I open this, look at that. Our bread items, savories, desserts usually start from 800. We can customize it, this and that to assist you better. Could you please share the specific type of cake, any preferred flavors? See how personalized and customized this response is. This is the power of AI automation. Now I've activated the workflow, I've set it into place. Anyone emailing this particular inbox will get highly personalized and customized responses to their specific user queries. We don't have to ever think about like, what to reply, what to do, what not to do. AI agents are doing it all for us. And I literally built this out in less than like in 1 hour in front of you, and you did it with me. And it was extremely easy to do. And there was no coding involved. And there was like, hardly any prompting or anything involved. And with ChatGPT, we found our way.